All right, so let's take a couple shoulder shrugs. I think these would be good. I would say try to do some of these things like once an hour, like get up from your desk and do some of these things. Try to do, you know, even if it's like 2 or 3 minutes, or even if you do like some shoulder shrugs and stuff on your way to the bathroom. And then let's go hands on shoulders a little bit bigger, just so that you're not sitting in that one spot. I think will make a difference. And then let's go long arms, big inhale, big exhale. So you're opening your arms out as you come down, as if you were standing in a doorway and you were opening your hands in front and behind that door frame. So a big chest stretch. 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to reach our right arm up towards the sky, and you're going to take a nice little side bend and try to keep your upper body in line with your legs, so you're not kind of tipping your chest towards the floor or up towards the ceiling. Your chest is dead ahead. And then we'll bring it back up. That arm comes down, switch it out. Left arm up, big bend. There's a lot of noise out here that I was not anticipating. So if it gets to where you can't hear me, let me know. And then bring it back up. Arms come down. Let's inhale, arms sweep up. We're going to do that interlace of our fingers. You're going to press your hands up towards the ceiling. And you can take a little tick-tock from side to side here. That's a nice low back opener there. And then we're going to bring our hands down. You're going to interlace them behind your back. Palms face up, and you're going to drop your hands and try to pull your shoulders back so that you puff your chest up. I don't know what your shoulders think about that, but if it's not terrible and you like it, the add-on is that you kind of tip over and arms come up. And then you get like a big, crazy shoulder stretch. But if any of that feels bad instead of good, don't do it. And then release your arms, give them a little shake. And then I also really like, so let's do a couple of other ones. Let's inhale, arms up, and then you're going to bend your elbows in. So you're kind of goalpost shape. And then I want you to keep bending your elbows in and pulling your shoulder blades back as if you were going to pull your elbows behind your back. And then just bring it back up, kind of relax, squeeze it back, reach it up. You can thank my sports chiropractor for this one. He makes me do a lot. 2 and 1. And then we're going to do, see if I can get a little closer. We're going to do one with our head. And so basically, there we go. I want you to just kind of stick your head forward and then pull your head back. Stick your head forward, make like a turtle. We have a tendency, most of us, to kind of stick our head out all the time. And so just trying to pull it back and then give it a little tilt from side to side to stretch your neck. And the last one is this kind of armpit stretch. We've done this a couple of times. Inhale, arms up. And then you're going to interlace your fingers, but you can keep your palms pointed towards your head. You're going to drop your left elbow down, right elbow up, kind of right behind your head. And so you're going to keep trying to lift your right elbow up so that you get a big stretch here in your lat underneath your shoulder. And we'll bring it back up, other side. And then we'll bring it back down, arms get a little shake. Let's bring that foam roller, I would say go ahead and just set it down on the ground so that it is perpendicular with your mat. Oh good, the kids are going inside. That makes that better. All right, couple of little roll downs here. Let's get some movement in that spine. Inhale, arms float up, chin to chest, up and over. Start reaching down for the ground. Spine is round, lift your upper back. Bend your knees, round it all the way back up. Arms float up overhead. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, sweep it up. Drop your chin. Up and over. Roll it all the way back up. Couple more. Inhale, up and over. One vertebrae at a time. Last one, up and over. Let's pause here. Go ahead, find that foam roller. Bring your hands on top of it. Take a big bend in your knees. Straighten your legs. Little bend, little straighten. Make sure your feet are in parallel here, so you're not turning your toes in or out. For 3, 2, last one. Pause here. Now, I want you to bend your right knee, press your left leg straight. So you get a big stretch on the outside of your left leg, and then switch it. Couple like that. So it should be a big stretch on the outside of the straight leg and into the hip. And then we'll bring it back to center. So we're going to do a little bit of core here. Let's bring foam roller right in front of your feet, hands to the ground. Walk it out. Find your plank. So you could leave the foam roller out if you would prefer. That's fine. No judgment zone. But foam roller is somewhere under your shins if you're using it. This works on hands or on forearms. Big inhale. Then we're going to tuck the toes, pike up, drop your heels, drop your chest towards your thighs, little bend in your knees, and then give that foam roller a little bump. Let it roll up to your hands, come down to hands and knees. A little cat-cow stretch here. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your chest, lift your head. Exhale, curl everything under. Inhale, extend, big lift. Exhale, curl. Couple more like that. I'm on my flower shorts today. Very exciting. And then bring it back to center. We're going to turn this right into a little bit of bird dog. Again, if this is uncomfortable on your wrist, you could do this on your forearms. You could do some bird dog here, or you could just leave the foam roller out. Any of those are fine. We're going to reach our right arm forward, parallel to the ground. Left leg reaches back. Keep those hips level. Exhale, lower. Left arm, right leg, reach. Exhale, lower. Keep moving. Inhale to reach. Exhale to lower. So you can see as I reach my leg back, that hip is still pointed at the floor. I'm not rotating my pelvis to try to get my leg up higher. Inhale, reach. Gaze is at the mat so your spine stays long. Last set. And then lower down. Pressing back into a little child's pose, feet together, knees apart, arms roll forward. With or without the foam roller, either way is fine. This is a great low back stretch, and you can make it even better by really focusing on pulling your tailbone down towards your heels and rounding your low back. And then we're going to come back up. Leave your foam roller where it is. Spin your feet around. We're going to come onto our seat. And we're going to bring that foam roller underneath our feet. Reach our arms out nice and long. A little bit of core here. We're going to inhale, chin to chest. Peel back. Find that little curl. So you're scooping through your belly. Chin is tucked. Round it back up. Sit up tall. Inhale, curl it back. Exhale, peel and lift. Couple more. Curl back. Round it up for 2. Round it up. Last one. Round it back up. Now, you're going to bring your forearms down to the ground. and your legs out long on the mat. And then you're just going to lift your butt up. Lower it down. Little lift up. Squeeze your glutes. Lower down. Should feel this in your hamstrings and in your glutes. 3. And 2. Last one. Lower down. Now we're going to kick that foam roller up. Go ahead, lift up. We want to bring it underneath our pelvis. I like to do a little rock side to side, because if you're on your pelvis, you can rock side to side. So stay up here, hands on the ground, hips on the roller. Drop your knees over to one side, and then up and over to the other side. Up and over, up and over. So little windshield wipers up on the foam roller. Nobody is sad about that. And then let's turn this into a little figure 4. So let's cross our left foot in front of our right knee. Flex your left foot. And sit up as tall as you can here. And then shift your weight into the left hip. Just taking a little bit of a tilt over to the left. You could give it a little rock forward and back. You can't see it, but Morgan has like totally just decided to take a nap in between me and the laptop. And then we'll bring that left foot down. Right foot in front of your left knee, same thing. Sit up tall, give it a little tip over to the right, and then you can give it a little rock forward and back. What are you doing, Mama? And then bring it back to center. We're going to keep the foam roller here. I want you to carefully roll yourself down. It might be easier to kind of slide off the foam roller first, and then we'll set back up. So upper body's down on the mat, and we're going to bring that foam roller right underneath our hips. A little bit of core work here. So let's go right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. So shins are parallel to the ground. Hips are right over your knees. Right toes reach down, tap, exhale, lift. Left toes tap, lift. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Tap, up. Inhale, exhale, up. For 2. Last 1. And 1. Then we're going to glue those legs together, reach both legs down towards the mat, exhale, up. So we're keeping that 90-degree angle. We're hinging from our hip joint, not from our knees. Tap, lift. For 3. And 2. Last 1. Lift it up. Draw those knees into your chest. Give them a little hug. It's a nice little low back stretch there. And then we're going to reach our legs up towards the ceiling. Point your toes. We're going to inhale, reach both legs out and away. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. Lower. Lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. For 3. 2. Last 1. Lift it up and pause. We're going to bend our right knee in towards our chest. Left leg reaches up. And then you're going to bicycle up towards the ceiling. Big bicycle legs. 3, 2, 1. Now here's where it gets hard. I want you to bicycle the other direction. Sounds like it'll be so easy, and then it feels so complicated. Bicycle for 3, 2, 1. Reach it both up to the ceiling. Now, we're gonna reach our legs out and away. You're gonna open your legs to the outside, circle them back up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach them out, open, circle up. Lower, open, exhale up, inhale. Last one this direction. And then we're gonna reverse it. So I want you to open at the top, circle down, bring them together, reach up. Open, circle down, lift. Open, big circle. Keep reaching through your toes. Point your legs. Last one. Lift it back up. Pause. Hug your right knee into your chest and bring your left leg down to the floor. So we'd like our left leg out long and our right knee hugging in. You should feel this in your left hip flexor. Big stretch. If you can't get your left foot to the floor, that's a sign that that hip flexor needs more stretching. And then you're gonna bring your right hand down to your roller, left hand to the outside of your right knee. Give it a little twist over towards your left. Look out towards your right hand. Big breath in, big breath out. Bring it back to center. Right foot comes down. Let's hug the left knee in, slide the right leg out. Give this left leg a big hug. Should feel this in your right hip. And then left hand to the roller, right hand outside left knee, big twist to the right. Look out over your left hand. And then bring it back to center. Bring that foot to the floor. Bring your right foot to the floor. Resituate so you're on top of that foam roller. And then one more time, we're gonna bring right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. We're gonna reach both legs out on an angle, draw them back in. Inhale, reach out, exhale in. Inhale, reach, exhale in for 3 and 2. Last one. Now you're gonna flex your feet, press out and in, higher to the ceiling. We'll make this easier. 45 degrees, we'll make it harder. 3, flex your feet. 2, exhale in. Last one. Draw it back in, pause. Heels together, toes apart, knees are open. You're in a frog shape. Inhale, press your legs out, squeeze your legs together. Exhale back in. Inhale, press out. Exhale in for 4, 3, 2. Squeeze those legs together. Last one. Draw it back in. Bring those knees back together. Toes are pointed. Reach out on an angle you can hold. Last thing in this sequence. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. 5. Flex. 4. And flex. Point. Bend. 2. Last one. Bend your knees. Bring your feet to the floor. Drop your knees over to the right. Up and over to the left. Back and forth a couple of times. And then we're going to do a little upper back extension work, and then we'll kind of work our way into some stretching to finish things up. So let's work our way up. We want to end up in a seated position. So let's start by lifting our hips, rolling that roller down towards your feet. Roll yourself up to a seat, and then you're going to bring that foam roller behind you. There's really not a super easy way to do that, so we're making it work. We're going to bring that foam roller underneath your shoulder blades. You may need to wiggle it around a little bit to find a comfortable place. You're going to bring your elbows open, hands behind your head, tuck your chin to your chest, and then you're just going to lean back. Let your head drop back, but your hands are holding it up, and then lift back up. So opening up through your chest and your upper back here. Little lift. Lower. Lift. Let's go 2 more. Last one. Hold here. You open up 1 more inch. And then we're going to flip ourselves over onto your belly. So the setup here is going to be you're on your belly and you want your foam roller close to your elbows. Your head is going to float between your arms. So don't try to get your face down. That's a lot on your rotators and on your shoulders. But just kind of let your head hover between your hands. Palms can face the mat or they can face in towards each other. Whatever's more comfortable on your shoulders is fine here. Then you're going to inhale. You're going to start to roll that foam roller towards you and towards your hands so that you can come up, lift into a little extension. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go 2 more. Roll up and roll down. Last one. Roll up, pause, and then roll it all the way down. Relax. Big inhale. Big exhale. All right, let's turn this into some foam rolling. So let's flip back over. It's an ant. And then let's start with our neck. So let's bring feet to the floor, foam roller right underneath your neck. Settle here for a moment. This alone might be a nice comfortable position that you can come to when you need a break. You could always take a few little windshield wipers here. You could always get into a little figure 4 here. And then take a little glance over your right shoulder. Drop your weight into your neck. Up and over, look the other way. Couple like that. You're really trying to sink your weight down onto the roller as you turn your head. And you might, just kind of wiggle it around a little bit, find where those tight spots are. And now we're going to work into our upper back. So let's sit up a little bit. Foam roller is going to work from your shoulders to the bottom of your shoulder blades, basically like your bra band. And so lift your butt and just give it a little roll back and forth. You can try crossing your arms over your chest here or kind of opening them up. Those are going to let the foam roller hit different muscles. So play around with it, see what feels good there. And then we're going to work into that mid back. So think of that as being bottom of your ribs to your sports bra band. Again, lift your tush, feet on the floor. Give it a little roll. That cracked all of my vertebrae. I'm actually going to the sports chiropractor after this, so more vertebrae will be popped, I'm sure. And again, you can play with your arms a little bit here. You can cross them, you can reach them back. Working on those upper back vertebrae. And a little twist from side to side so that you can get the muscles along your back. And then we'll work into that low back. So I would prop yourself up on your arms, feet on the floor, and then just give it a little back and forth. Twist yourself from one side to the other. And if you would like, you could take a little lean back, drop your hips, find a little opening there. There's a B. And then we'll work into our glutes a little bit. So we did this earlier. We won't spend a long time here, but let's do a little figure 4 and a little rock back and forth. And then the other side. And then before we get to the rest of our legs, we're going to do a little detour. I want you to bring your feet to the floor. Bring that foam roller so that you can put your lat on top of it. So this muscle right underneath your armpit. And just give that a little rock back and forth. It's a little awkward, but if you can get it situated, it will probably feel really nice. And then flip yourself over, lat on the other side. And then we'll bring it back up. Let's do hamstrings and calves, and then we're gonna finish with a little thread the needle. So foam roller is right underneath your thighs. Lift your butt up, give it a little rock back and forth. Twist your legs from side to side. So that you can get the outside and the inside. And then we'll work into those calves, lower legs. It's a lot of dense musculature, so the foam roller can feel really nice. There's a way to kind of get in there and dig around. Again, rotating from inside to outside. And then we're gonna pause. Let's bring ourselves back up to hands and knees. You're gonna flip that foam roller long ways. You're gonna bring it just outside your knee because it's long. And then, so I've got mine on the outside of my right knee, so I'm putting my right hand inside. The foam roller's on the outside of hand and knee. I'm gonna slide my left arm through, keep my back straight, and just take a little thread the needle stretch. So what we're not doing here is kind of bending the elbow and doing a big, like this, too much on your shoulder. Big inhale. And we'll bring it back through the middle, just swing it around to the other side. Hand comes to the mat. Little down dog stretch, apparently. And thread the needle on the other side. Come here. Can you lay down? The rest of this video will just be the dog. Oh, there she goes. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then we're just gonna come back to hands and knees. Let's bring feet together, knees apart, press into child's pose. One last time. This is gonna be our final pose. Take a couple of big breaths here. Press into your hands. Come up onto your fingertips and then press into your fingertips. Try to push your hips back a little bit more. Big low back stretch. And that is it. You are